Bear 101, Utah's rock station, Mick and Allen, the Freak Show. Tim is here from Diaz and Larsen, and again, he's here to answer any questions you may have about bankruptcy. And he's going to hang out for just a little bit, so if you got a question, why don't you shoot us a call, 45670-KBER. And Mitch, you had a question you wanted to ask him?
Yeah, I mean, we're always talking about how if you own a home or if you're paying on a home, you need to tell the bank and everything you're taking out bankruptcy. What about if you're renting, though, or doing a rent-to-own or something like that? Like if you're renting a home or...
If you're just renting, you'll just continue to rent if you want to rent. If you want to stay in that place that you're renting, great, stay there.
Could it get you out of a contract, though?
Yeah. If you want to break the lease, you can actually break a lease through bankruptcy.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Sweet.
Rent-to-own is going to be a different sort of thing that we want to look at specifically. We want to look at your contract to see if there is any equitable interest or any sort of an asset that the trustee could pursue. Most of the time there's not, but it's something we definitely want to look at. But a strict rental, if you want out of it, bankruptcy can break your leases, including a car, a home, anything like that. If you're in a lease, residential car, anything that you want out of, and you know you're not going to be able to afford the deficiency, bankruptcy can often be a good option.
Rent to own sounds like a challenging situation.
It can be, for sure.
Especially if the owner says that he was putting half of it away or something like that.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of those anymore. It used to be more common. I haven't seen a rent-to-own for a little bit.
What if you're in a rent-to-own, but your landlord takes out bankruptcy?
Again, that could be an issue, too, that you want to look at, because if there's equity, you may not be renting to own anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you just get the house willy-nilly?
The trustee in the bankruptcy estate could take the house if there's any equity in it.
I was going to say,
Really?
the last
Yeah.
person getting the house is you.
Yeah.
What?
Wow,
Even though you've been promised.
Again, another tricky
No
situation. Yeah.
kidding. That's crazy.
And especially if it's not even a rent to own, you're just renting and the guy declares
Yeah,
bankruptcy.
and that does happen.
Then all of a sudden you got to figure out what your next move
Yep.
is.
And quick.
Yeah. Especially if you're with Diaz and Larsen, they take care of that, man.
Yeah.
It's
Snappy,
quick.
snappy.
While we're waiting for anybody to call, you guys care if I read a letter here?
No, I'd love to.
Please.
I've got a few letters. that
Although I
came in over
must
the
say
weekend.
that I was probably asked or I don't know, it wasn't asked more than anything. It was more like scolded. Thanks a lot, guys,
For what?
for making him cry all last week. So I apologize in advance. We have 3 more days this week, so get your damn tissue ready.
Comes to us this one. Hi, Mick and Allen. My name is Josh, and I've got a 6-year-old. She lives with me. I am disabled. I was living with one of my ex-girlfriends, and she left us and took everything out of the house. And now me, my daughter, we're trying to find stuff for us to stay in the house. It's taken all the money that we have to try to get a bed, a couch, a washer, a dryer. So I don't have any money for her Christmas.
Wow.
One of my friends told me about you guys, so I would appreciate it if there was anything that you guys could do to help me in this situation. If not, thank you for taking the time to read this. If you can, please, here's my phone number and call me. And so here's a young guy. Again, these are very common, these situations where everything's going along fine, and then the relationship decides to not continue forward. Mm-hmm. So one of them leaves, and then all of a sudden, I was in the first house I bought. I bought it with a girl, and after living there for 2 years, she decided she wanted to move out, so I had to buy her out. And all of a sudden we had figured in the 2 years that we'd gotten $40,000 in equity. So I had to come up with $20,000 to buy her out. So that upped the price of the loan.
Sure.
Plus now I'm the only one on the loan, where before there was 2 of us. And she took what she brought, which was a lot of the stuff that I had to replace now. And I all of a sudden was in a, wow, what am I going to do? And it was very shortly after that I got hit with child support.
Oh, with the paternity thing.
With the paternity suit.
That's
And all of a
right.
sudden, man, I went from on top of the world, everything going great, to all of a sudden, how am I going to make this work?
Yeah. And that's how life, and that's the hard thing, is that's how life goes. And especially when you're in that place where you go, man, things are great.
Yeah.
Guess what's coming next week? You know it's coming.
And the best part about it for me was I didn't have anybody depending on me like a child. Well, now all of a sudden I did, but this guy had a daughter, 6 years old, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, crap, what am I going to do about Christmas for her, man?
Right.
And so all of a sudden he finds himself in this situation, just needing just a little bit of help.
Let's help him out. I got a couple $100 here. Let's give it to you guys. You guys can get him some gift cards.
Seriously?
Yep.
Josh, did you hear that? Diaz and Larsen going to help you out, man. That's awesome, bro.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
It's really cool of
Help you out a little bit, Josh. Good luck with that.
There you go. See? When you call Diaz and Larsen.
That's really cool. Seriously, thank you.
No worries at all. Thank you, guys. Here's a check.
He actually has it ready.
I have it right here. I have a check right
How
here.
did you know? You got it to Josh. How did you know? No, that's really cool. So, Josh, we're going to give you a call right now and tell you that your little 6-year-old girl is going to have a Christmas. Thanks to Diaz and Larsen. Thanks you so much, Tim.
My pleasure. Thank you, guys.
You guys are awesome.
Hey, good try.
Now you are.
It's Mick and Allen, K-Bear 101.